Jack this was Jack the next day. Shara the maid took a bright select from Mrs. Taylor's room and Cornell Tyler News. Sheila has a check jar that right to the cook that some of the colonel, which he has a check a J. The news cook friend to sell some money and told his plan to a friend on the phone. He has a check the next day, and he and his friend they're arrested by police. But the news maid put on the midget dresses. He was shaken. He was sacked the next day.
Okay, very good. Very good. You did very well. And there's a word here that I need to explain. Sacked. Do you know what sacked means? It means to get fired. Now, in Australia, in England, in Ireland, where I live part-time, if you fire someone, if you stop their employment, in England or in Ireland or in Australia, you would say sacked. In America, in Canada, or in America, in the U.S., you would say fire. And fire, F-I-R-E, you know what fire is, like a blaze. But it also can mean to stop their employment. So you sack someone in England, you fire someone in the U.S. And then so Ram has gone to Delhi, and he's found a job as a servant, as a houseboy in Colonel Taylor's house. Colonel Taylor is a diplomat. A diplomat. You know what a diplomat is?
Diplomat.
Yeah, diplomat. You want me to write that? Yeah. A diplomat.
Work for some country.
Right.
Ambassador. Work for embassy.
A diplomat is an official of the government who is in a different country. So like at the U.S. Embassy here in Bangkok, there would be Americans working at the U.S. Embassy who are diplomats. They are representatives of the U.S. government stationed in Bangkok. So Ram has become the servant of an Australian who is a diplomat in Delhi. It's an officer of the government, a representative of the government. And, okay, very good. Pramaha Suraphet, you would start there where it says, how did Colonel Taylor know?
How did the Colonel Taylor know about things that happen behind closed doors? In the middle of the night or on the telephone, it was very mysterious. None of us could understand it. Only Shanti, the new maid, and I could go into the family private rooms. But we couldn't go into the corner office, he called it. The den. The den was a small room next to his bedroom. It had a heavy wooden door with 3 locks. Only the colonel could go in there. Not even Mrs. Taylor, Roy, or Maggie were allowed in. My time with the Taylor has helped me to forget the things that had happened in Mumbai. Chandaram and Nilima Kumari were now almost forgotten. I sometimes thought about Gudiya and I could not forget Salim. I felt guilty about leaving him behind, but I was afraid to write to him or phone him. It's okay for me.
Okay?
Okay?
Yeah, you can continue, yeah. So I was afraid, okay, so how do you suppose Colonel Taylor knows what's going on? How is he able to tell all of this? What, Tim? Yeah, maybe CCTV or recording devices perhaps, or is he just intuitive? You know what I mean by intuitive? Intuitive means that you know what's going on because you just know what's going on. Uh-huh. Intuitive. Let me write that for you. If you are intuitive, you know just mysteriously. Nobody has to tell you anything. You just know it. You just know it.
In Thai we say Achatikayan.
Okay. Uh-huh.
See, people know inside.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's just insight. Insight. Uh-huh. It's like a sixth sense. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's intuitive. But probably Colonel Taylor had CCTV or maybe something like that.
CCTV is not important.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. We left. Where did we leave? Where I forgot what paragraph did we leave?
Next, the living with the Taylor. Yes. Someone continue.
Oh.
47.
Yeah, on 47? Okay, so would you start for us, Nat?
Second paragraph.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Living with the Taylors, I had learned to like a lot of Australian things, but I found it difficult to speak like an Australian. In the evening in my room, I practiced they might see you at how to as Indian. I'm not sure.
Okay. Let me interrupt you there. I don't know if it's like this in with English speakers. The English have a very different way of sounding than the Scots. Just one country away. Same language, but to listen to them, you would swear it's a different language because they pronounce things so differently. I live part-time in Ireland. I live half-time in America and half-time in Ireland. And when I go to Ireland, I can barely understand my neighbors because their accent is so different. And then Australians, very, very different. Now actually, there are a lot of Australians in Southeast Asia because Australia, you know, is in West Asia. So you would hear in Bangkok, you would probably hear people with Australian accents as much as you would hear people with American accents. And it sounds very differently. I don't have too much trouble understanding Australians. It's not that difficult to understand. But the Irish, it's a very different accent. And the Scots, a very different accent. So when let's see, where does it say? When Australians want to say good day, they don't say good day, they say good day, good day, good day. And they refer to someone who is their friend as their mate. You know, so I would say, good day, mate, good day, mate. Instead of saying Swati Krop, I would say, good day, mate. It just sounds differently. And same language, completely different sound of the words. So go ahead and continue there where it says Roy and Maggie.
And then I would laugh at myself. Roy and Maggie receive magazines every month. It's what's called Australian Geographic. It was full of pictures of wonderful places in Australia. I didn't have much work to do. Ramu was the cook and he looked after the chicken. Sandy made the beds and washed the clothes. I did the cleaning and sometimes I helped Bangwati, the new gardener, in the garden. The servants